All right, I'm sorry, I'm tweeting the link to what I'm doing. All right, so my name is Gersand, and I'm gonna be playing a little bit of Minecraft. Okay, I just need to disable the... Okay, cool. There's people who are tweeting at me telling me that they can hear what I'm saying, which is a good thing. All right, so let's log in. Dum 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 da 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 da. Okay, I'm on top of my mountain. I'm just going to perhaps okay. All right. So okay. All right. I think everything's fine. Oh, cool. All right. I'm on my broom. I'm going to get off my broom. So this is my mountain. Zabethia is saying, ah, awesome. We were having some blaze spawner troubles yesterday. So this is Arda. Well, we call this Arda. This is our Minecraft server. This is my house. And basically, I created this city a little bit far away from the spawn point. The spawn point's in that direction if you go a little ways away. I created this city because I wanted a magical, mystical, woodland / mountain type city. I have a lot of Thaumcraft experience and witchery experience, and I wanted a city that sort of had both of those things very present. So all of the trees here are witchery trees. Rowan, hawthorn, that's an alder tree. This big guy is a greatwood tree, and I've got all of my favorite vines that I went and collected. Most of these plants actually are not indigenous to this biome. I went and collected them and brought them back. I really like to garden in real life, and it turns out that sort of translates into Minecraft in the sense that I enjoy building fancy little wooded areas. I have a rabbit. So I was once really, really determined and created a portal to the Twilight Forest and shoved a bunch of animals into the portal. So I have some deer. That deer is currently with the chickens because he fell in, clearly. So this is Arrowfell. This is a city that I made. It's somewhat like Lord of the Rings-ish. We've got paths that lead around trees and that also lead into the mountains. Most of my buildings are carved into the rock, actually. So I'm currently looking at my castle. I called it the Citadel when I first started, and I haven't really figured out a better name for it. I've also got the beginning of a sort of Howl's Flying Castle that I'm going to start building up there. I actually have an elevator to get up there, so it's not quite as daunting as it looks. I don't need to, make stacks of dirt every time I want to go up. I have here, this is my beef farm. It's a deer farm that I've got because I like venison. They used to be wild range, just wandering everywhere, but then I sort of had a moment where I realized that within the borders of my city, which are delineated by those stones there, I only had 2 deer left, so I started breeding some, and I ended up putting them inside. But the fenced-off area is sort of like when you're in a zoo. It's a reproduction of a sort of natural environment. I feel kind of bad having them all stuck in there, but I need a source of food and I need a source of leather, and they are plentiful for both. And I like my deer a lot. The deer are pretty awesome. Then I've got my granary here. As you can see, there's hay bales everywhere, and I've got some hay. Yay! Wheat. Wheat is lovely. Wheat is life. I've got a witchery altar here. This is not actually my principal altar. The reason it's here is for when I start doing demonic summons, I'm going to want a wide open space. Oh, hey, chicken. Hello, chicken. Where'd you come from? And I haven't really built on this part of the city yet. I really love this rock facade, and I haven't like decided really what I want to do with it. I sort of want maybe to have floating houses embedded into the rock on the side with pathways, but I'm really not sure. I'm building this city really slowly. I started building this city, I think, in the beginning of November. I came out here, and it's middle of December almost, and I haven't done anything. Well, on this side of the mountain anyways. I've got my citadel on the other side, as well as the forge that's nicely built. Oh, hey! Where'd you come from? The pigs. I love the pigs. I do love pigs. So these stones are actually pretty nifty. I first started doing Thaumcraft mostly because I was really liking the puzzles in the book, and then I discovered that it's actually really, really, really useful. You can make paving stones of warding, which work on arrows too, so I can sort of sit here and laugh at skeletons while they shoot me, wait till they come up close, and then give them a killing blow, which is really, really useful. Very nifty. So paving stones of warding are just probably about my favorite thing. When I first decided that I wanted a city here that I called Arrowfell, the first thing I did was put those stones, and then I started putting torches and these little glintweeds, which are a witchery thingy-majigger, and yay! And the slow but steady colonization with light happened of this little valley. I still get the occasional skeleton that spawns within the borders of the city, but it's quite alright. I can deal with the occasional skeleton, but I can't deal with 60 billion creepers exploding all my hard work. Yeah. So this is the, as of yet, unbuilt side of Arrowfell, which is going to be really beautiful once it's done. I'm really, really excited for this. And then here is the overgrown sort of Shangri-La part of it. I think what's going to end up happening is that this is going to be more of my personal side, and then on the other side I think I'm going to have like public buildings, a public library, because I always end up collecting all of the books, which is obnoxious. Here is, I had a bunch of snowmen running around, so I ended up collecting a lot of snowballs, and since it's Christmas, I decided to just put them away. Here is my forge, I am very proud. I usually build really, really, really disorganized places to stash my stuff, but this time I sort of decided, let's make something slightly better thought out, and I actually built this, and I'm very, very proud of it. Occasionally I'll get a skeleton that hides in here during the day because he figures out that he's not going to burn up, but mostly it's quite safe, even though it's open air. I rather like the idea of open air. Everything I actually need to keep safe I put in the ender chest, but everything else is pretty much like just free for everyone. I've got all of my fancy stones, I've got sand, I've got stuff, so when weary travelers come, there are things here for them. Zabethi has a castle east of me, southeast of me. Oh, I should eat some bread. Bread. We're playing on survival mode, so it's gives some interesting design challenges. And by design challenges, I mean like every now and then you lose all your stuff. Yeah, so it's fun. Zabethi has a castle / is building a city, our third city, a ways away from here, just to the southeast. And it's a very big castle. Oh, crap, skeleton in the water. All right, I have my bow. Die! I will kill you. What a jerk. Figuring out that he can stay in the water and not die. What a jerk. Okay, I'm going to put more torches here. What a jackass. Okay, sorry, yeah, this is not... yes, so this is where I'm building out more stuff so that it's even. I think I'm going to end up turning this wall into an actual wall, which is going to be pretty cool. It's going to have a bit of a, you're going to like be on this wall and it's actually going to dip down and it's going to be like the old citadels or the old fortresses. So I'm pretty excited. Ow, I'm pretty excited. Yeah, so this is Arrowfell. Oh, I still haven't answered Zabethi. So, oh, hello, little chickens. Yeah, so this is Arrowfell. It's still really rather in construction. Every day is a new construction day where I build more things. So I have a magic broom. Magic broom is my lifesaver because walking... Oh, thank you. So brooms are useful because brooms allow you to not walk through dark, very dangerous forests. I like brooms. I have a bad tendency of aiming my brooms straight into mountains, but most of the time brooms are pretty nifty. Nobody's in the chat room, so it's fine. Cool. So this is a road that's currently in progress. It's going to be the road, I'm calling it the Elven Road to Arrowfell. It's got a sort of El Dorado feel to it. And so there's a very dangerous moor here. There's even an eerie biome. There's like there was an eerie node, but I destroyed it, and basically monsters spawn like crazy in that little patch of darkness there. I need to figure this out while I finish my road, because this is bad news bears. A few unsuspecting travelers are going to get blown up quite a few times. The road just goes underground, crosses over a ravine full of lava. It's very, very cool looking. Then it comes out on the other side here. And this is an ink farm. Gina made this ink farm, and it's really, it works perfectly now, and it's gorgeous, and I'm very, very happy to have an ink farm. So this road leads us into this beautiful cherry forest, and this is actually, we're coming very, very close to the spawn point. That's the watchtower. That's my original house. Leif and I built this house here. And this is the lighthouse straight ahead. So this is actually the first building that was ever built on Arda. It's been rebuilt and rebuilt a couple of times. This is the latest. I think even not only has it been rebuilt, but I think I forgot to add some. Yep, I definitely forgot to add. Okay, so not only has it been rebuilt, but it's unfinished. But anyways, so we've got a couple of rail lines. That's Gina's glorious mountain over there. This leads to Zabethi, who is in the chat. This goes all the way to her city, and this is Lunenburg. And Leif and I called this Lunenburg because it's, I really like the name. I find the name really dreamy and sort of glorious, and there is already a Lunenburg in Canada that's on the water, on a bay, and since we spawned on a bay, I figured, oh, let's call this Lunenburg, and Leif never protested, so we called it Lunenburg. So We have an iron golem that's trapped. The iron golem likes to kill me. I haven't figured out why, so I never go in there, basically. This is our food storage, so if ever I go hungry and I run out of food, there is always food in Lunenburg, if I can get here. We have a little chicken farm. Hello, chickens. We have an open-air barbecue because I'm cool like that, and I made an open-air barbecue. This is the Lunenburg post office. So the Lunenburg post office is kind of cool. We've got quite a few users on the server now. So this is sort of all of our boxes. This is Gina made this happy face for me, which makes me really happy. I haven't moved it because it's like awesome and I don't want to move it. So yay! Yeah, so we all have our little post boxes, and because sometimes we're all very far away from each other, if we want to trade items, we'll just talk in the chat, and then we'll probably just go leave stuff in each other's mailboxes. That's what I've been doing anyways. I'm assuming the others do it too. Yeah. Salty Forge and Harbor. Oh, I did not add this. Somebody probably added this. Cool. This is our library. We've got a little library. We've got a bunch of books. A lot of really awesome books. And then a bunch of random books that I put up on a typewriter that are really weird. And then we've got our duplicates, and I'm going to actually dump some things because I don't need to be carrying 7 generic books. So yeah, Lunenburg Library. It's really cool. Come donate your books to the Lunenburg Library because it's kind of not a library yet. This is our harbor, I guess, although we haven't really built anything harbory in it other than this glorious deck here. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah. And Salty Forge is this big forge over here. So remember when I was saying about how I always build really complicated and convoluted and not very organized places? Well, this is a testament to my disorganization. All of the machinery works. That's a testament to the builders of each of these mods, and not to me, but so we've got all sorts of stuff here. I kind of despair at this industrial weirdness. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do with this. This actually goes to a water tank, which has an infinity pool underneath, so it always has water, that way that thing doesn't explode, because as I discovered the first time I made a steam boiler, they explode in your face all the time. They love to explode. It's bad news. Yeah. I need to figure out, yeah, so as these signs explain, how do we make this greener? This is a filthy coal industrial setup, but it recycles everything, sort of. That's kind of not true. Yeah, so the primary way that energy is made is steam, which is made by burning coal. And it's not great. It gives us a ton of coal coke, which is great because coal coke is really useful. But it creates a lot of waste, which we've used so far to make steam to power these big machines over here. But it's still kind of, I don't know. I think the original idea in creating Arda was to have a sort of like a place where greenery could maybe be prioritized. And having gigantic industrial coal machines is kind of not, I don't know how to say it. Like it hurts my heart a little bit. I don't know. I'm glad it's underground and far away, but I don't know. I'm sad. I'm sad. I think this is one of the reasons why I like Thaumcraft and Witchery, is because it turns nature into a source of power. Unlike things like Industrial Craft, where you have to take coal, which is also natural, coal is natural-ish, and turns it also into a source of power. So, but I feel like while Witchery is relatively clean, I mean, it only like costs you like demonic energy or like your soul or whatever, which, whatever, I can deal with no soul. Coal byproducts are dirty and tend to take up a lot of space, and you have to deal with them, and I don't know. It's weird to think of Arda having industrialization on it. However, this... Oh, whoops, there was a staircase, and I did not walk on the staircase. As frustrating as the industrialization is, it does give us things like railroads, and railroads are great. I love railroads. And this railroad, actually, Leif and Zabethi made, and I'm quite proud of it because they used an idea that I had, which was, instead of using a lighting source like torches, use the glintweed, because you only have to plant 1 or 2 glintweed, and then it just keeps going. It just duplicates itself. So you're actually using a natural source of light, combined with the sort of industrialness of the railroad tracks, which is kind of cool. And it's there's dirt here because the glintweed has to be on dirt or grass for it to be able to duplicate itself. And I find that very cool. It's sort of like using nature and industry like at the same time. So I think when I'm talking about like those coal ovens being frustrating to me, I want to see more of like this kind of stuff, like building in which like we take advantage of nature, and also still enjoy the ease and reliability that like rail tracks offer us. This rail track is kind of cool because it's actually it's embedded on the water, and at first this was a suspended track, and it was not ugly, but it was a little frustrating. And the reason I wanted to change it was because it sort of looks nicer this way to have nothing in the sky. And also because Gina mentioned Spirited Away, where there's a train running on the water, and I really like running on the water. Somebody just talked in... Oh, hey, Leif. Leif is talking to me on the chat. Cool. All right. How long have I been recording for? 25 minutes. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. No wonder I'm running out of things to talk about. Okay. Yeah, so coral, glorious coral. A lot of this coral actually was pilfered from a biome over there and brought here because it's glowy and shiny and pretty and colorful. Yes. So, there you go. This is Lunenburg. Lunenburg is awesome. In fact, there's more to Lunenburg. I have only shown you a small glimpse of it. There's a sheep farm over there. There's a portal to the Twilight Forest. Right here, in fact. Woo, glowy magical portal. Yeah, and this is Gina's mountain. So Gina has been doing Twitch things explaining her mountain, so I'm not going to steal her thunder. If you want to check out Gina's mountain, you should check out her Twitch videos. Oh, and there's more stuff over here. We've got Katrina's original Viking longhouse. It actually extends into the mountain, and there's a bunch of really cool stuff over here. One of the really neat things about this game is everybody we all start in this area, which is why Lunenburg is such a central place. But eventually, a lot of people want to sort of stretch their wings and delineate space that's their own. And so we have Katrina, who went way southeast in this direction. And if you keep going in this direction for like a very long time. You'll end up at Utica, which is Katrina's city. And officially, Utica is the second city on the server. I made Arrowfell the third city on the server, and Zabethi is currently working on our fourth city, which is kind of like bonkers, because we're 6 people on the server and there's already 4 cities, which is kind of really cool. I really like that. I find, like, I don't know, there's something to be said about the fact that there are so few of us and already we're like, let's build cities and big boats and all sorts of things and roads and yay! It's very cool. Yeah, everybody's very cool. All right. Anyways, so this was a first introduction into Arda. Thank you very much for watching, and